What's going on at Jab Jab Talk Nation? It's your boy Ozeal behind the mic. I got the microphone plugged in for this one, y'all. Yeah, I'm sounding like a podcaster. Podcast dropping soon. Make sure you stay close. Close meaning that you should subscribe to the YouTube channel. You should hit the like button. That helps trigger the algorithm, get more people, boxing super fans like yourself, in to this YouTube channel, this place where we're going to be talking all things boxing. And this isn't for the casual fans. These are for the super fans, y'all. So make sure you subscribe and support the channel. I really, really do appreciate that. And of course, if you're a loyal fan, much love and respect. You know, I got mad love for you. We may not agree on everything, but I got mad love for you. And I appreciate you supporting the YouTube channel. All right. Got much to talk about. A lot going on in boxing. A lot going on. But this particular video, y'all, there's a lot of buzz, a lot of jabbing going on, specifically the YouTubes, talking about this Canelo demanding at least 150 mil to get into the ring with the Mexican monster himself, David Benavidez. All right. I'm going to put it out there. What do you guys think? There's a lot of talk out there on YouTube, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of media in the sport of boxing talking about, hey, Canelo, what are you doing? You're outpricing yourself because you simply don't want to fight Benavidez. And then you got others saying, nah, rightfully so. Let the man get his money and make it big or go home. There's a great quote by a famous MC, a famous rapper. And he says, I'm not a business man. I'm a business man. I feel like, and that's Jay-Z, by the way. I feel like that line, that bar encapsulates this talk about Canelo demanding at least 150 mil to get into the ring with David Benavidez. Yo, he's not a businessman. He's definitely a business man, and it is what it is. So Canelo basically said that. A lot of people, again, even Oscar De La Hoya, oh, he's outpricing, and that's crazy. That's ridiculous amount of money. It is ridiculous that amount of money. First and foremost, it is crazy money. Crazy money. Excuse me, but does he deserve it? I mean, there's a part of me when he was asking, when he dropped that money, that amount, I was like, my man, do you need more money? Like, what is that about? Do you really need more money? When you run several businesses, successful businesses, and you're getting good money, you're the top dog in the industry, do you really need that money? I'm not one to criticize. Like, hey, get your bag, man. Get your bag. The landscape in boxing has changed. There's a lot of money being thrown around. Floyd Mayweather did it. He was the one that really demanded the bag, especially in the latter part of his boxing career. And then, of course, with everything going on with all the YouTubers getting good money. And then now His Excellency out in Saudi paying really, really, really good dinero to get into the ring out there and make the big fights happen. When you set the bar that high and boxers know they can make that money, I mean, it's, hey, get it. I mean, these guys work hard. They put their lives out on the line. It's a dangerous sport. And you're like, listen, does Canelo deserve it? Absolutely. Does Benavidez deserve it? Absolutely. So if he can get that bag, I mean, it's a win-win situation. Now, Here's where I'm gonna go in on like my thoughts on it. Okay. Because I was watching a couple YouTube videos and was checking out what some of the other people were saying. I don't. Once again, I've said this before. I don't feel like um, I don't feel like Canelo is ducking Benavidez. So please stop with the madness. Okay, he's not ducking Benavidez. He has fought a lot of dangerous, hard hitting, competitive fighters. If that's the case, he wouldn't gone up to face 175 Bivol, um, Triple G 3 times. I mean, he fought Mayweather. He's not afraid to fight. All right. I don't think any boxer is afraid to fight. Is it calculated and all? Yes, there's strategy, and they all have done it. All boxers have done it. And even everybody, Chavez, of course, and De La Hoya's and the Mayweathers, of course. So it happens. It's part of the sport. Okay. First and foremost, let's just get that out the way. Let's be real here. It is a sport. It is a business, though, now more than ever. So here's the deal. He's not ducking, and I believe this is what this is what I'm thinking. I was thinking about this morning, and I want to share this with you. If you think about it, Canelo is one of those fighters that if his opponents and the people that are calling him out are doing a lot of trash talking. We saw that whenever Boo Boo Andrade, you guys remember that infamous scene where Boo Boo Andrade crashed his press conference, post press conference. I think it was after the Caleb Plant fight, one of his fights. And, he was talking mad, trash to Canelo, and Canelo didn't like it. He said, "Hey, get out of here. You're never going to get this opportunity. Get out of here. Who are you?" And etc. So we're never going to see that fight. So, with Munguia, he said it's an honor and there's a lot of respect there. And I feel, and, of course, he gave Munguia the shot. I feel like Canelo's the type of individual. He's a man of respect, right? He has integrity. He's very professional. Like, that's one of the things that you can't deny. Whether, for all my haters out there that hate on Canelo, the man carries himself very, very well. Okay. He doesn't BS. He doesn't trash talk himself. So he's very respectable, even onto his opponents. So he has seen Benavidez for the past couple of years, and Benavidez has been pretty cool, calm, and collected for the most part. Benavidez was one of those cats that I really respected, because even when people were buzzing about, hey, get in the fight with Canelo, get this fight happening, Benavidez is like, look, while everybody chases Canelo, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and create my own path. I'm going to fight my own fighters. And he did. He fought Caleb Plant. He beat Boo Boo Andrade. And now he's going up to 175 to create his legacy there and go for the WBC interim. So David Benavidez is definitely creating his own path. And that's one of the things that I respected about David Benavidez. Recently, though, we're having David Benavidez really level up the trash talk. And I think Jose Benavidez Sr., his pops, has really threw some fuel to the fire in regards to calling out Canelo, calling him all the names and saying he's afraid, and making up stuff, saying that they offered all this. There was, I forgot what it was. It was like some money that they were supposed to be offering and never happened, and it actually being a lie, which we got recently confirmed by Benavidez, his promoter, who recently said that that money, that was just basically rumors. And I'm going to get to that in a bit. But where I'm getting here is that I feel like Canelo is feeling some kind of way about the Benavidez team trash talking and saying, hey, if you're going to be talking all that mess, you're going to have to wait. It's almost kind of like he's putting in the knife slowly, like you're going to have to wait. And he's doing everything to kind of piss him off. And I think he's doing that intentionally. And that's the reason why he's just like, I don't care. Like, you guys want the fight, but I'm going to decide when I fight him. And I think he threw out that big number, and he was like, well, here, I need 150, minimum. Let's make it happen. Get that money and I'll get in the ring with him. So he's also kind of like getting on the media's nerves, and he's stirring the pot. Uh, Smart businessman though. And so I feel like because of the trash talk, I believe that fight probably could have happened, but because there's so much trash talk and Canelo does not like that, I think he's go ahead and just basically saying, you're going to wait. Now you're going to have to wait, right? I'm not good. He's probably looking at it like, I'm not going to give you this bag, this money, if you're going to be acting like a child. I almost wish, I was part of Benavidez camp. Be like, yo, just chill out for a bit. You're going to get the fight, but just chill, focus on your fight in June, and then you'll get that Canelo sweepstakes. But anyways, Benavidez has been taking it to the social medias, and he recently, this is just recent, this is today. I'm gonna read you the Instagram caption, and he actually tweeted at His Excellency in Saudi Arabia and says, "Let's bring the biggest and most exciting fight to Saudi Arabia. This will be the biggest Mexican and versus Mexican American fight in history of boxing. And what better place to do it than the kingdom for the entire world to see. This fight is for pride and glory. I fight for greatness, not money, Your Excellency. If I do not beat Canelo, check this out. If I do not beat Canelo, I will donate my entire purse to any kids charity of your liking. When I do beat Canelo, when I do beat him, I will be donating a huge purse to the benefit children hunger across the world." Very charitable, Benavidez. Respect. I'm the champion of the people and will continue to fight the best. I stand by my words. And he tagged Premier Boxing, WBC Boxing, and yeah, that was his recent Instagram posting, and it was a picture of him and Canelo. So he's called it out, y'all. Canelo wants that money, and Benavidez knows that the money is in Saudi Arabia. That's where it's at, and the man who can probably pull that off would be Saudi, or the country, and His Excellency would be, you know who it is, in Saudi Arabia. So I think that would be a huge fight, and they would definitely get the bag. And if you think about it, it's interesting because now Benavidez is like, all right, well, Canelo's taking the lead. He's called the shot, how much money he wants to make. Benavidez is probably thinking, that sounds pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and follow Canelo's lead. So at the end of the day, y'all, it's business. Business is business. And nobody's ducking nobody. As a matter of fact, so let me add. I saw another interview. If you guys saw this on YouTube, where they interviewed Samson. All right, and they completely debunked and said everything was a lie as far as the offer and all. That was just a bunch of BS. That, with all due respect, Jose Benavidez Sr., there was no offer to be made. And then this is coming from the words of the promoter of David Benavidez himself. Samson said, who looks like a mafioso cat. I don't know if you guys ever seen. He just looked like a mafia cat. Anyways, he said himself, he's like, nah. He's like, Canelo is a smart businessman. He knows what he's doing. And he goes on to say that these type of fights need to be marinated a little bit more. Now, this is the promoter of David Benavidez. Once again, they're all following Canelo's lead and saying, you know what? You're probably right. We should let this marinate. The trash talking is kind of now getting really fierce, right? David Benavidez trash talking. There's a lot of hoopla going on now against Canelo and David Benavidez. So now, like, they're really stirring the pot, and now they're calling for big money. And I believe that this fight will be made in Saudi Arabia. I think it will be. I think he has the money. Saudi Arabia has the money to be able to pull those numbers out there. And I feel like this could be great to establish one of probably the biggest fight definitely of the year, between David Benavidez and Canelo. And we may see that sooner than later. So at the end of the day, Canelo is calling the shot, but they're all following lead. David Benavidez and now Samson saying, yeah, he's actually right after all. So everybody hating on Canelo, the Benavidez camp is on board now. Now they're like, yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead and let's get this bag. He's a smart businessman. And he was going on and on and on and on. And he was just praising Canelo. Again, this is the promoter of Benavidez. So all that to be said, I have a feeling, this is my hunch, and I've said this before in a previous video. I have a feeling that we will see Canelo and Benavidez. Fight fans, you hear it first. This is my prediction. Okay. We're going to get the fight. All right. We're going to get the fight. I promise you, we're going to get the fight. And it may be sooner than you think. It may be sooner than you think. I have a feeling that and again, this is not to disrespect Munguia. I think the Munguia fight could be problematic with Canelo. I think Canelo has to take this fight serious simply for the fact that he wants to make sure that he's good after the fight. Munguia's in a fight, and I think there's a chip on his shoulder because Munguia knows that a lot of people are talking Benavidez and nobody is really giving him a shot. A lot of the experts are saying, hey, it's going to be, guns blazing, Mexican war. But at the end of the day, Canelo is favored to win this fight. But don't sleep on Munguia. I think it'll be interesting. So Canelo, let's say, hypothetically speaking, Canelo beats Munguia. David goes up, and he's going to fight a very tough fight at 175. I can't pronounce the last name. But he's going to fight the guy, big boy. And let's say that David Benavidez has no problem out there at 175. Canelo, because he's a smart man, and I think it will be the third fight. Strategically, he's like, all right, let's go and happen in September. Let's roll this bad boy, make it in September. And so June, July, August, September. So it'll really keep the window really small for Benavidez to recover depending on the fight in June. And then they turn that bad boy around and fight in September in Saudi Arabia. What do you guys think? What do you think? I think that's a possibility that we may see that in September. That's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what I'm saying is that we may see Canelo versus David Benavidez in September. And that's what I'm going to predict. A lot of marination going, a lot of trash talking going. And I feel like Canelo knows that the time is coming where he's going to get a big bag. And he's going to be like, you know what? Let me shut this guy up. And I think there's something about Canelo normally, again, Ryder and all his previous fights. I mean, Caleb Plant, there was a little bit of trash talk, and that was really interesting. And Caleb Plant came with some ego and was like, I'm going to beat this guy. And that was a really entertaining press conference. And we got to see, it was entertaining, period, to, beginning to end. And, Ryder, not so much, a lot of respect. Now we're seeing Munguia. Again, they respect each other. But I feel like with David Benavidez and Canelo, man, can y'all imagine the press conference? Can y'all imagine what that press conference would look like and be like? Man, just thinking about it. It's going to be exciting, y'all. So that's what I'm thinking. So relax, y'all. All the haters, oh, he's ducking. Oh, he don't want to fight he's going to fight him. It's all about timing. And here's the thing with the whole thing with Canelo. Like, I was watching, I think it was, is it boxing inside boxing? It was a YouTube channel, and it was like, oh, you got to fight the guy. We deserve it, and this and that, and you're the top guy, sure. But imagine being the top guy. I mean, imagine the mental pressure of being like the man in boxing, and then everybody's like, you have to fight him first. I mean, and you got to fight him, and even Canelo said it. He's like, I beat David Benavidez, and then what? I fight Fury next. Like he's joking, but he's serious. Like, I kid you not, he beats David Benavidez, and then like, oh, but Crawford, he's still pound for pound. What about Crawford? Oh, you're not. Oh, he's ducking Crawford. Oh, because Crawford could beat him. Oh, he had more. Oh, Bivol. He doesn't want to fight Bivol. Like, what happened with that? Oh, he's scared of Bivol. He's not pound for pound. So I feel like there's always going to be something simply because he is the man. And that comes with the price, right? I mean, that's part of wearing the cape, is that there's always going to be the haters, the critics that are always going to have somebody in front of you. Mayweather felt, he went through that as well. So Canelo handles it well, and Canelo has, I think that's why if you saw the press conference, he was frustrated with the press because he was like, stop it already. Like, forget the Benavidez and all this talk and all this. And I think he was just giving 150. If y'all want me to fight him, 150. And I think he was almost kind of like annoyed, by the conversations and all the criticism and all the talk around Benavidez, and I don't blame him. I mean, it's like they don't even respect Munguia. It's like, oh, Munguia, but Benavidez. So we're gonna see the fight. Everybody's calling for it, and it's gonna be big money for sure. And I think Canelo's smart in that. Is he outpricing himself? No, I do not believe he's outpricing himself. He's pricing himself accordingly. All right, get that? He's pricing himself accordingly. You want me to fight the big guy? You give me the big bag. You give me the biggest stage to make that happen, and I will make it happen. That's what I got to say, Jab Jab Talk Nation. That's what's happening. So let me know in the comment section what you think about that. If you agree, disagree, hit the dislike. It's all good. As I said before, we're passionate boxing fans. Some people believe that Benavidez could beat Canelo. A lot of people think that Canelo will beat Benavidez and won't be the biggest challenge that yet. And there's people out there who believe that Jaime Munguia has a big shot to upset Canelo. So at the end of the day, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But is Canelo outpricing himself? Is he scared of Benavidez? Hell no. Hell to the no. He's a business man. So that's it, Talk Nation. This has been fun, man. We had a great week. A lot of going on. Make sure you comment down below. Also, I really don't promote this, but if you check in the show notes, in the description, show notes, I'm thinking like a podcaster. If you go in the description, there is, and I should be putting this, there is a way for you to donate. If you would like to donate to the channel, there's a little bit of cost, a little bit. I know YouTube is free, but still there's some cost in the back end. But if you just want to support the channel, all right, if you just want to support, I'm trying to get the bag. I'm trying to get the bag by Canelo. I'm inspired by Canelo. I'm like, look at me, I'm asking for money. No, listen, your sub is greatly appreciated. But just want to let you know that if you would like to donate to the channel, there is a Cash App and a Venmo that you can send some donations there. And look, I'm going to be here. I'm going to show up. I'm going to continue doing this. Got a lot of great plans for the channel. I'm excited. We've been getting a lot of really great engagement. The channel's growing slowly, steadily. Like, I like it, and I've been enjoying just being a part of this whole boxing ecosystem community here on YouTube. So thanks again for supporting the channel. Until next time, y'all. Peace, one love, and keep jabbing.